Ray Diamond is Tula, back again with another video. Today we're reacting to My Story Animated. The most popular girl in school owns me. Let's get into it, guys.
Hi, my name is Pedro, and I'm from Brazil. Please like and subscribe to MSA. Even though my parents were poor, I always had big dreams as a kid. When I was 8, my best friend Maria and I used to sit at the bus stop on the weekends and would admire all the fancy cars that would drive past. Wow, did you see that BMW? I want one like that when I grow up.
I believe you'll drive a car like that one day, Pedro. Remember what our teacher said. If you believe it, you will have it.
Maria also came from a poor family like me, and I cared about her a lot. Once when we were in the 8th grade, she couldn't bring her lunch for the whole week because her parents were so broke. And even though she came up with all sorts of excuses not to take my lunch, I wasn't going to leave my friend to starve.
Pedro, I'm not that hungry.
That's what you call a real friend, though.
Please, I don't want to take your lunch.
You know you don't have to have pride with me. Come on, let's share.
Okay, but next week is my turn to share with you.
But when next week came, Maria had more than enough to share with me since her dad got a big job in the city.
I got us candy bars today.
Wow, thank you. I'm really happy that your family's doing well.
Yeah, and there's something else I need to tell you.
She looked a little sad, and then I felt sad when she told me.
We won't be living in the same place anymore. We're moving to the city, and I won't be in this school.
I was happy for Maria because she was going to have a better life, but I was sad since she was my best friend. We promised to write to each other every month, but as time went by, she stopped writing, but I didn't. I started focusing a lot on my studies when Maria left
He probably got super busy.
and became the top student in my school. When I was in 10th grade, I got selected to participate in a national math tournament. When I was at the tournament, I was so happy when I saw Maria. She was also selected from her school. Maria? She looked
Maria?
so beautiful now. Her eyelashes even looked longer than a normal person's. Maria looked at me like she didn't even know me. Or maybe it was because I also looked different. It's me, Pedro.
Oh, hi. It's been a
He
while.
looked at himself in the mirror. He's like, do I still look the same?
She looked down at my shoes and made a face of disgust.
Oh my gosh, she's judgmental, like she's better than everybody.
I'm guessing you're still stuck at the poor people's location?
If that's what you call it.
Okay. I have to go. My friends are waiting.
That was not the Maria I
Wow.
knew, but I didn't let
So what, is she so-called popular and she feel like she better than everybody now? She look down on people?
that distract me during the tournament. I beat all the kids, even the rich ones from Maria's school.
Well done, Pedro.
I was surprised that she even congratulated me after the way she looked at me. Thanks, Maria.
Right.
And it was nice seeing you again. As I walked to the hallway, a tall man approached me. He was the principal of the most expensive school in the city. It was the same school Maria went to. Well done on your achievement today. I would love to have a student like you at my school. Thanks, sir, but
Wow.
I don't think my parents can afford your school for now. You would definitely qualify for a scholarship, and I could help you with that. When I told my parents about the offer I got from the principal, they were so happy. Dad immediately spoke to one of his friends who lived closer to the school to accommodate me, and he gladly accepted. After a month, I moved into Dad's friend's
Okay, now let's see how Maria gonna act.
house. He had a daughter who was my age, Isabella, and she was on another level of always being happy.
I've always been an only child in this massive house. It's just me and my father. I'm so glad to finally have someone to talk to. Come on, I want to show you our swimming
look
pool.
like Dad.
I've won 5 gold medals because I practice every day.
Thanks, but swimming is not my thing.
What? Swimming should be everybody's thing. What would you do if the world comes to an end and the entire earth gets flooded? It'd have to be everybody's thing then. I'll teach you.
Okay, yeah, she's over imagining things.
Let's go.
Isabella was so persistent about everything. I did everything she asked me to do since her father was super kind to me. She never mentioned her mom, and I didn't want to intrude. When Isabella and I entered the school gates together, all eyes were on us, and I didn't understand
Everybody thought they're dating or something.
why.
Oh my gosh, everyone thinks I'm dating the new hot guy.
Which new hot guy?
He
You
talking about you.
silly? You're really cute. Don't you know that?
I blushed when she said that because I never really paid attention to how I looked since I focused so much on getting high grades. And then as we walked into our next class, all the girls started tapping the seat next to them.
Hey, new guy, you could sit next to me. Oh no,
Oh
you
yeah, all the girls like him.
should really sit next to me. I have all the answers to everything.
Isabella suddenly hid behind me when she saw Maria walk in, and then she took my hand.
Wow.
He'll sit next to me. We come from way back. Isn't that so, Pedro?
So now you trying to be cool with him. Get out of here when you just judged his shoes, the way he was dressed and stuff.
I saw Maria glare at Isabella sternly, and she quickly ran to her seat and didn't look at me for the rest of the day. Maria pulled me
You don't like her. Everybody must be scared of her because she like supposed to be like the popular girl and stuff.
along with her everywhere in school, and because I missed her so much, I stuck with her.
I'm so happy that you're in my school, Pedro, but we gotta get you some new shoes, okay?
But these are my favorite shoes, Maria.
I know, but change is good sometimes. Look at me. I live a fabulous life, which starts with how we look.
Isabella walked past me and Maria like she didn't even know me. And when
Wow.
I saw her after school to find out what was up, she acted like everything was normal. Hey, you suddenly avoided me? What happened?
Nothing. I just wanted to give you and Maria your space. She seems to really like you.
Wow.
Yeah, we're old friends. Are you afraid of Maria?
No, she's just this popular girl who gets
She is afraid of her.
everything she wants. And I don't have any trouble at school, so we could just be friends at my house.
Okay,
Wow.
if that's what you want. The next day at school, Maria immediately approached me and took me to a quiet place. And then she took a new pair of sneakers from her bag for me. I felt very uncomfortable taking
Wow.
them. Maria, I told you I don't need new shoes.
Pedro, it's rude not to take a gift. You know that. Remember that time you made me share your lunch and I took it?
Yeah, but I was
Take my gift, Pedro. Please.
I looked at her eyes, and she looked like she was about to cry, so I took the shoes. But it didn't stop there. Maria
Did she do that just so he could look even better, so she won't be judged for hanging with him? Or did she do that out of the kindness of her heart?
changed my whole look, and I kinda liked it. But hanging out with her and her friends felt awkward. Like this one time when we were in 12th grade, they invited me to a beach party. And when I decided to bring Isabella along, Maria acted like she owned me.
Pedro,
Right.
can I speak to you alone, please?
She seemed angry, and I left Isabella waiting for me.
Why did you bring her to a party that I invited only you to?
I live in her house, and she's my friend, so I thought it'd be okay.
Well, it's not okay, and I'm not happy. You were my friend
Wow.
first. In fact, I think I like you more than a friend now.
Maria suddenly kissed me, which caught me off guard. Before
Oh yeah, she doing that to get old girl from being around him.
I could react, my phone rang, and it was my dad. Sorry, I have to take this. My dad called to tell me that in a month's time, they would be losing the house because he lost his job. Maria
Oh.
could see that I wasn't okay, and because I was so worried, I ended up telling her everything.
So you're going to be homeless?
No, I won't allow that to happen.
Well, I don't know how you will do anything since you're still in school. But if you send Isabella back home and tell her that she's a loser, then I'll speak to my dad to help your family.
What? I can't.
I don't know, y'all. She's evil now. If I was him, I would throw her to the dogs. I'm like, I don't care how long we've been friends. You changed. I don't even want to be cool with you no more.
Do that. Isabella's family is helping me, and she's a good person.
She's a freak, Pedro, and you're hot and smart. And I want you all to myself.
I was so turned off with Maria. She wanted me to hurt another person for no reason, and I just couldn't do it. I went back home with Isabella, and she was happy to get out of the party because it wasn't her vibe either.
Maybe we can go get some ice cream?
Yeah, let's do that.
What did Queen Maria say? You looked so unhappy after you spoke to her.
Don't worry about it. I don't think I'll be hanging around her anymore. After our fun ice cream date, I started growing really fond of Isabella. She was sweet and accepted me for who I am. She was still very hyper about many things, but I started loving that about her. And then, after the weekend
He
when
started liking her because she's warm-hearted, y'all. She has compassion for people.
I went back to school, everyone looked at me differently. Even the girls who dropped after me now looked at me like some poor, pathetic boy.
I can't have a homeless boy in our school.
I heard one of Maria's
Maria spread a rumor about him? What the heck?
friends as she walked past me, and then I spotted Maria talking to a group of kids. I stood behind her. She was talking about me.
Pedro is a total fake. I had to buy him clothes and shoes because his family is going to be homeless soon. Wow. But how can someone so hot be so poor?
Maria, how could you do this?
Oh, speak of the poor devil.
She looked at me coldly, and then I took off the shoes she bought me and threw them in her face. Congratulations, Maria. Money has turned you into a real witch. I walked
Yeah.
away from her, and Isabella ran after me.
Pedro, wait! Don't throw your education away because of her. Maria did something really humiliating to me once before, and that's why I stay away from her and whatever she wants.
What did she do to you, Isabella? Isabella started crying, and I hugged her. Then she told me that she
Aw.
was the popular girl at school once before, and Maria was her best friend
Wow, so she was the popular girl. Maria was her best friend.
until she told everyone her big secret.
Maria kept asking about my mom,
Ooh.
and then I told her something my family never shared with anyone. My mom is in a mental institute. Maria told everyone at school, and from that day, everyone called me a mental case.
Oh, Isabella, why didn't you tell me this before?
Because I didn't want you to think that I was a mad person. I'm not my mother. I'm me.
After what Isabella told me, I wanted nothing more to do with Maria. So I completed my last year of high school with Isabella by my side, and her dad also helped my parents not lose the house. Thank you so
Aw, see, he ain't need no Maria.
much for all that you did for my family. I hope to pay you back one day, sir. You have a bright future ahead of you, Pedro, and it was a pleasure having you in my house.
I'm going to miss you so much.
I got a scholarship to study medicine in one of the most prestigious universities abroad. And my school helped my parents pay for my flight ticket since I was the best student they ever had. I worked hard in university and became one of the best heart doctors in the world. When I went back to Brazil to visit my parents, I also paid a visit to Isabella and her father.
Pedro, I'm so glad to see you.
Isabella looked emotional. What's wrong?
My dad is in the hospital. It's his
Aw.
heart.
I spoke to the head of the hospital that Isabella's father was in, and I was ready to do anything to save him. While I was at the hospital, one of the nurses suddenly approached me.
Pedro?
I couldn't recognize her since she had her hair covered up, and when I looked closer, it was Maria. Hello, Maria.
Wow, you're a
Wow, that's Maria.
doctor now.
Yes, and I am a very busy person, so please excuse me.
Right.
I walked past her, and I could feel her eyes still on me, but she was someone I forgot about a long time ago. After my successful operation on Isabella's father, he couldn't stop thanking me, and I was happy that I was able to do something good for him and Isabella.
Pedro, you are like my angel. You always come into my life at just the right time.
Aw.
When I was lonely back at high school, you filled up my life, and today, you saved my father.
I hugged Isabella, and then suddenly Maria tapped my shoulder. What can I do for you, Maria?
I just wanted to say I'm sorry to both of you.
She looked really sincere, so Isabella and I forgave her.
She finally grew up.
She asked if we could have dinner together. I looked at Isabella and she nodded, so we hung out together. As we sat in a restaurant, we actually enjoyed ourselves. And when Isabella excused herself to go to the bathroom, Maria held my hand.
I still love you, Pedro. I don't know what came over me in high school, but I've changed now.
I slowly pulled my hand away from her. I'm sorry, Maria, but I'm in love with Isabella, and that's why I came back to Brazil. Maria understood and then got up and left.
Where's Maria?
She's gone, so it's just the two of us. I took Isabella's hand, looked into her eyes, and told her how I felt. Isabella, will you go out with me on a real date? She smiled.
So, I guess I did get the hottest guy in school after all.
She always knew how to make me blush. Never let your
Aw. Yeah, that's so sweet, guys. Thank you for watching. Stay tuned. I'll be back with more videos, and I'm out.